maybe for the first time in a very long time, that in the 3 holy months there is very reduced fighting, because it is forbidden in these months to fight. Allah's laws must be obeyed, and Allah is showing. This is for the believer who sees, like this, like this. For the person who doesn't believe, it's just a coincidence, it's just this, it's just that. You understand? There is no wisdom, there's no understanding, there is no spirituality behind it. We cannot be as wild as we want. We cannot be as cruel as we want. We cannot be as oppressive as we want. I'm sure there's still cruelty, there's still war somewhere, somehow, that is still happening, but not free. Because now, you think those ones who are being oppressed, they're going to look to this as a punishment from Allah? To themselves? No, this is a blessing. They say Allah's revenge is coming. You understand? Who is going to be afraid that those ones who only count on this world? This world is all they have. This is terrible. We are believers. This world is a prison. This world has seen enough cruelty for the past 100 years especially. It's enough. You understand? When the flood that happened of Nuh alayhi salam, when the flood that happened there, how that flood happened? Because Nuh alayhi salam opened his hands and says, it is enough, Ya Rabbi. They will not listen, they will not change, Ya Rabbi. Send punishment to them. Allah sent that punishment. So some holy person must have opened their hands to ask Allah, it is enough, Ya Rabbi. And Allah heard. And this is just a little preview. Just a little preview. Maybe not since the flood has it affected the whole globe like this. The whole globe. That everyone is shaking with fear. Are you a believer? You're an unbeliever. Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Hindu, it doesn't matter what you are. You are with fear. But if you fear Allah and you understand what is happening, then you know this is they are very scared. Everyone is saying, don't say it is religion, don't say it is Allah, don't say it is God, don't say it's divine punishment. Take everything out. Bray, you created this world. You didn't even create yourself. But this is what it is. 21st century man wants to create himself as he sees fit. Not only he has created a Lord according to his own image, now he wants to create his own image and worship himself. Let's come to this. No? There is no law of Allah, the natural law, the divine law. And Allah is just showing a slight preview. So understand. Now, what are you going to do? The Lord of the unseen. If this is his smallest soldiers, imagine now. The Lord of the unseen. So, the believer does not, if the believer is caught, Allah is watching them also. They die as martyrs. You know, the reward for someone just to stay at home in a time of a plague like this, he gets the reward of a martyr just to stay. This is not the first time that it has happened. Throughout human history, throughout Islamic history, it happened so many times. In the time of Hazrat Umar, radiallahu anh, how many? 20,000 people died. 20,000. If they say 20,000 now, everyone would die just from anxiety reading that report. Okay? That is 1400 years ago when the population wasn't 7 billion over. And just in that area there, in the Haramain, 20,000 died. You understand? And later on, about 100, 150 years, even less than that, 70,000 died in Islamic history, in the Muslim lands. So you don't take lesson, then you will be a lesson. So we put our heads to the ground and say, Ya Rabbi, forgive us You are the greatest. La ilaha illa anta subhana in kuntu mina zalimin. The zulm is phenomenal now. The zulm is phenomenal, and nobody thinks it is zalim anymore. Nobody thinks it is zalim. Nobody thinks it is zulm, it is cruelty to wear something that underage children for 12 hours chained to their chair is making. And they wear that. Maybe for 1 month they throw it away, they get another one. Nobody thinks, now everybody talks about, oh yeah, organ harvesting that they get from prisoners here, prisoners of war here, political dissidents here and everything. Everyone just talks. It doesn't hit them anymore. There is like no feeling in mankind anymore. No feeling. They're dead. The only feeling is fun. Entertainment is the only time a person comes alive. Other than that, no feeling. They can see people suffering. Everyone sees people suffering. Everyone sees them dying. You know what? They're saying, you know, so far, how many worldwide has died? How many worldwide has died? Huh? 4,000. Every single day, 8,000 children die. Every day. Do you know what the disease is? Hunger. You know what the cure is? Food. You see this zulm? That you can get people, they think it's okay to go to a supermarket and cough at all the food. Now they have to throw everything away. Over $30,000 worth of food thrown away. They think it's a joke. These are not people anymore. They're not humans. There's no feeling there. They have become idols. That's why every country they have American Idol, Uzbeki idol, Turkish idol. Everyone become idols and everyone is idolizing. Everyone wants to become an idol. Summum bukmum umyun fakun la yarjiun. Deaf, dumb and blind. Oh, and everyone was thinking, we are invincible. This is the greatest times of our life. Everyone is thinking we're reaching to the peak and more and more and more. No one can tell us nothing. This is not even one shout from Allah. Not from Allah, from the angel. Not even one shout. With one shout, everything was shut down. This is not even one shout. One shout from Mahdi alayhi salam, everything will shut down, everything will crumble. Because we've become very cruel. Tyranny, tyrants, supporting tyrant system, want to be tyrants. Everyone is aspiring to become tyrants, to live like them, to eat like them, to wear clothes like them, to have a life like them. Everyone wants to become tyrants. And Allah Jalla wa'ala is saying, I've forbidden tyranny to myself. And what Shaykh Efendi and Shaykh Maulana said, there's no safety for tyrants. No safety. None whatsoever. No, I'm not saying, oh, unbelievers are tyrants, believers and the Muslims are. No, this is across the board. You're a Muslim, you have tyranny in your heart. Get to the other side. You're a Jew, you become a tyrant. Christian, doesn't matter. Whatever that you labels doesn't matter anymore. How is your heart? What is your heart moving for? This is the month of the Prophet ﷺ. No. Shame. I feel ashamed to have mawlids and to have qasidas. I feel shame because you're like a munafiq. If you have honor, you're like a munafiq. I cannot even bring myself to give salawat to the Prophet when I'm supporting the tyranny that is tyrannizing his ummah. How can I? Oh, I don't care. Just to make people care. Majority are not making people to care. That's why they say, it's okay, have your mega mawlids, but don't care about what is actually happening. From the top to the bottom, they speak one way, they act another way. This is the month of the Prophet ﷺ. This is before, let's say, less than 2 weeks before Berat. Oof. But do this. Check last Berat, what happened. You're going to find out certain answers that covers why this Berat, certain things are happening. Imagine what next Berat is going to be. So what is your heart busy with? That is going to show what kind of a tyrant you are. Because Muslims for a long time, they were not busy thinking about their own benefit and about their own dunya and about their own self-interest. No. They're looking first to Allah and His Prophet ﷺ. They're looking to the Khalifas. We're called Ahli Sunnah because we're defending the Sunnah. Why do we defend the Sunnah? Because the Sunnah is always under attack. You live your life defending the Sunnah. Yes, the greatest Imam that tonight we're reading the Mawlid for him, Imam al-Azam, Imam Abu Hanifa. May Allah raise his station, may his feet be on our necks, inshallah. It is to defend the Sunnah. The Sunnah has not been defended for over 100 years. The Sunnah has been attacked and corrupted and demolished. How can you defend the Sunnah if there is no institution of Khilafat? Impossible. Impossible. That's why now, this is nothing because we're waiting. We say, what are they doing? Let's put aside the unbelievers. Look at what those who are calling themselves Muslims, what are they doing? They destroyed Jannatul Baqi. They took out the bodies of Sahabi-Kiram and Awliya Allah and they're dumping them into the sea. And nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Believers were shaking. But after a while, it became so common. And they make us to be worried about dunya. That it has become so routine that you see, oh, what did they do? They blew up another tomb of the Sahabi Kiram recently, and they took out the body also. And it's like nobody cares. Nobody cares. Not the Sufi sheikhs, not the imams, not the scholars. What is our talk about high spirituality or fiqh or anything if the Prophet's companions and his beloved ones, their physical remains, are being treated like garbage? Where can we put our face? Where are those leaders? Where can they put their face? This disease will find them first. You can hide as much as you want, 60 feet underground, 60 miles underground, it doesn't matter. Nimrud thought that he could be protected too. He did. But all these ones, they are going to go crazy like Nimrud. They're going to go crazy and they're going to hurt themselves by their own hands. Just like Nimrud when that mosquito got into his ear and starts eating his brain. And the only relief he had was when he hit his own head with a hammer. Until one day the pain was so much, he told the man who was hitting his head, say, hit it hard, and he hit it and his head just cracked open and the mosquito flew out like a little bird. Because our hearts are not moving anymore. They trained us not to move. 1 second this, 1 second that, 1 second this, 1 second that. Everything is everywhere. How are you going to move? You don't even have time to think, to let things just sink in. Everyone is so busy with their phones. And everyone is witness to the cruelty that is happening. But there is no care. There is no care, there is no prayer. There is no asking. So these are, now, we are in it too. I'm not saying I'm not responsible. We are all responsible. But at least our Shaykh is making us to realize and to ask Allah forgiveness Not to ask Allah forgiveness. Oh, I'm sorry, okay, I'm sorry, so don't bring the virus to me. I'm really sorry. No, no, not that kind of forgiveness. That so many people, they're praying for forgiveness like that. Okay, 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 you win. So many Muslims are doing. What are you, pagan? The believer looks at that and says, Ya Rabbi, how merciful you are. So much has happened and still, this is all that you're sending us. But we must, the Jamaat, make your heart, make it to be busy with what concerns the Holy Prophet ﷺ, what concerns the Shaykh and the awliya Allah. Don't make it to be busy with what concerns yourself. You will lose to that time. You will lose. You spend 20 years, 40 years, you're still busy with yourself. You're never busy with your guide. Allah, forgive me and bless you and raise the station of our Shaykh, inshallah. And we are in this month of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, which is a tremendous month. We have no face to our Allah, to our Prophet, but we're asking them for the sake of our Shaykh and the holy ones. Make us to become better ones. If we don't become better ones, take this life from us. We don't want to become the losers here and hereafter. May Allah forgive me and bless you. May Allah raise the station of our Shaykh, inshallah. Al-Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum.